We have been posting on YouTube for 3 years of May 2025. That was year 3.
Yep.
So we decided to go back in time and take a look at our very first video.
Yeah, our first box was good. I mean, I had been getting some incredible boxes of books back from CGC at the time. And so this was one of the boxes we submitted, decided to make a video about it, and here we are today, 125 videos later, 3 years later. We don't post every week, but there's long periods of time that we do. So we want to show you some of this because it's really fascinating what these books have done in price, in terms of value. And if you're a collector or someone who bought these similar books at the time, we have some news for you. So it's not all bad. Some of these books went up.
Some of them.
Yeah.
But are they worth $10,000? Stay tuned.
Okay, so we are Comic Resellers. You can find us every week live on Instagram, 5 p.m. Pacific time. We do a live claim sale. That's where I have a 100,000 book inventory. That's where we bring books out for the first time and let people kind of cherry pick through them. It's been really successful. We've been doing that for years too. Make sure to check that out.
We also have a Buy It Now feature on Instagram where if you go to our page, we always have books for sale on a post. So check that out as well. We also post every week on eBay. We have hundreds of books on eBay that you definitely want to check out. High grade bronze and copper. We have slabs over there as well. So you definitely want to check it out if you haven't been there before.
Yeah, we're building out our eBay. We put new books on every week. So make sure to follow us there and follow us on all of our stuff.
Yeah, and to follow us on eBay, all you have to do is click the little heart. Learn that the other day.
Click the heart. We buy collections, guys. Please, if you're thinking about selling your collection, think about us. And Rachel will tell you how you can do that.
Yes, go to the description down below. It's going to say, do you want to get in contact with us? And it has a little link that goes directly to our website where you can message us there. You can also message us on Instagram. Also, don't forget to check out our Amazon store where we have all the products we use for pressing, all the stuff we use for packing, if you just want to see what kind of stuff we use.
And last but not least, once in a while, we just do a random giveaway.
If you want to enter the giveaway to win the Epitaphs from the Abyss #1, 1 in 10 variant cover, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to this video and our channel, and you'll be entered to win. We'll announce it the next time we make a video.
Yeah, and we will never ask you for anything.
No.
So there's scammers out there that like to take advantage of people. That's not us. So if you just reach out, once we tell you won, we'll tell you. We just need your address.
Yeah, we just have to have you reach out to us. 2 winners.
But it won't cost a cent.
So let's take a look at some of these books now. Here's the first one, Iron Man 103.
Okay.
It got a 9.6.
So one thing about that is that really thought it would get a 9.8. So this box was pretty disappointing. So it took 6 months to get these books back. In that time, prices had already gone down, and I spent $30,000 with CGC prior to this, getting books slabbed, putting them in auction. That was my direction at the time. This is kind of the beginning of the end of that because the consistency had waned, and some stuff that we felt should get a grade didn't. But I'm not saying that's CGC's fault. It could be our fault too. And
well, it was the comic boom. Everyone was slabbing their books. A lot of books were being slabbed.
I wouldn't slab a lot of these today. I'd sell them raw. But as we go on, I'll point out a couple of other things.
And we didn't talk about in the video how we wanted 9.8s on all of these.
So let's talk about the values of this particular book.
Yeah. So with Iron Man 103, in May of 2022, which is when we posted this video, the average sale. Well, there was only one sale of this book in 2022.
It's really hard to find this book in 9.8. I'm here to tell you, you couldn't find one if you were looking.
And they don't trade really any other grade very much. So it was a 9.6. So there was only one sale of 9.6 in 2022. It was $185.
Yeah, which made it worth it for me to send it in.
Yeah, that's not a bad price. But move forward to today. This sale was from January of 2025. Only one sale this year. $108.
I wouldn't be incredibly disappointed because this book is really nice, and for $108, I think it's a very good deal. I think any less than that, it's kind of almost a travesty. Anyway, let's go with the next book.
This one's Iron Man 104.
Okay.
This one.
And what did it come out to? 9.8.
That's incredible.
Another cool book, although this one did get the 9.8 I expected.
This one does not trade very often. And
9.8.
There wasn't a sale from 2019 to 2023. So the 2019 sale was $94.
Yeah, so 2019, I don't know. I think it's on a natural progression, it would have not been evaluated like what I did. Anyway, what's it worth today?
Today, it just recently sold for $124. There's only one sale this year. But it definitely, I think, would have been worth more if we had a 9.8 in 2022. because 2019 to 2022, it's hard to know. So that one, I think
2021 would have been the year to have this book.
Yes, so true. But no one sold it in 2021. So
they're just, some of these books are super hard to find in the grade. As we get into the copper age, not so much. I mean, they're pretty common.
All right, here is the next one. All right, this one's Amazing Spider-Man 265.
Let's see what we did on that.
9.8. Oh my gosh.
At the time, this book was on fire, guys. And the 6 months it took for me to get him, the price had already started to go down. I saw some writing on the wall. Not a good sign. I was getting nervous. This changed my whole approach to how I sell comics. That's why I primarily sell raw today. I think a lot of time and expense, money, attention, stress went into just getting them slabbed, when the fact of the matter is, if you grade tightly and just sell them raw, they tend to move better. Talk about prices.
Yeah, so the 9.8 in 2022, the average sale was $420 for a 9.8 white pages. The highest sale that year was $754. The lowest sale was $233, which is a pretty huge gap.
Massive.
And talk about today, this year, 2025, the average sale in July is $150 for a 9.8 white pages. Highest sale this year was $262. Lowest was $133.
Yeah.
So that low end of May 2022 was, of 2022 was definitely what the price of the book is now. ASM 265, we had a 9.6 copy as well. The average sale for that one in 2022 was $200. There was tons of sales in the $200 range for 9.6. Mm-hmm. The highest was $300 and the lowest was $76 in 2022, which is also huge.
The interesting part about the lower grade one is it was a 6.5 when I started working on it, pressing and cleaning, and it was all through bends and stuff I could get out. So I was pretty happy to get a 9.6 from that.
Yeah. Today, if we were to sell a 9.6 of that,
it'd be raw.
The average sale is $63 for a 9.6.
I'd sell it raw. I'd buy it raw, sell it raw. Let's go. You know what I'm talking about?
But it has sold for $94 in 9.6 this year.
Good deal. That's good if somebody was able to pick that up.
All right, the next book. This one is Amazing Spider-Man 258.
258.
9.8. God, it always feels so good.
Great.
So this book's actually a minor key. I didn't mention it in the video.
Common. I bet you there's hundreds of thousands of and hundreds of thousands of
I didn't get census info on it, but I believe that.
9899 is the only one of these I would grade today if I thought it was like absolutely perfect, flawless.
Well, and this one was a 9.8, so here's how much it was worth in 2022. Yeah. The average sale in 2022 was $320.
Which is worth it, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what you spend on it and all that.
The highest it sold for was $600 that year. Lowest was $174.
Venom fever back then. And Venom is still popular, guys. I mean, people still love Venom.
If we were to sell that today, the average sale is $168. So it's gone down quite a bit. Highest is $276. Lowest is $126.
Next book.
This is all new Hawkeye #1.
Yeah, so I had got this and it was a 9.6 and it wasn't much to improve it. So it's really, go ahead and show that one. It's
got a 9.8 on it though.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we got this slapped.
I do. It was a hard to I'm not going to talk about this for more than 10 seconds.
Okay.
It was a hard to get variant, and at the time I thought that was a good idea to get it slapped, and I was wrong. Next.
Average sale in 2022 of this book was $60.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the price of and waiting 6 months. But
the highest it sold for was $135 though. So like that's not. If we could have sold it for that, that's pretty good.
I was shooting my shot at the longest basket, let me tell you.
However, if we had this today, there's only been one sale and it was for $16.
And they probably overpaid. So
it's like less than what you pay for, or about as much as you pay for like a raw one.
All right.
All right, next book. Amazing Spider-Man 338.
All right.
Did we have two of those? We did.
How did we do on that one?
We got another 9.8.
Yeah, so raw. That went's a 9.8?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
We had two copies of this. So the average sale in 2022 was $182 for this book.
Yep.
The highest sale is $203, and the lowest sale is $69 in 2022.
Nice.
The average sale in 2025 for this book is $62.
It's less. Not if you bought this back then, you're probably not happy about that. But I hope you like the book. I mean, it's money spent. That was old money, so you don't have to rebuy it. I don't know. We don't own, by the way, all of these books I sent to auction. We don't own any of these.
Yeah, all of them were sold.
Yeah.
Next book. Amazing Spider-Man 315. So in May of 2022, there was only one sale of this book, and it was for $89. The highest sale in 2022 was $110.
Yep.
And the lowest was $49.
Man, what a great decision to slap that one.
So I think at the time we were just trying to get 9/8s on as many books as
We
could
thought,
get.
we thought some of these that came back were going to be 9/8s. I did. And you know what? At the time, I wasn't wearing my reader glasses, and I did some of these without telling Rachel. I just graded them, and I was wrong. I really have to wear glasses when I grade.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we learned. So if we were to sell this today, the average sale is $45. So about half of what it was worth in 2022, which is not as bad as some other ones.
It's not going up.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? What's the next book?
This is Avengers Annual number 10. It's a 9.0.
So I just have to say, at the time, this book was on fire. It was getting huge prices for 9/8s, and it was a tougher book to fix. And this book had some issues. Anyway, it had a dust shadow, and I was still learning how much you take off for dust shadow stains.
Well, and even 9.0s went
Boxing.
for quite a bit. The average sale in 2022 in May was $225 for a 9.0, which isn't bad.
That's right.
The highest sale was $252 though. Lowest sale that year was $85, which isn't great. But if we were to sell it today in 9.0 off-white pages, we're looking at around $75.
Nice. Yeah, well, I already sold it, and we're moving on.
Yeah. Avengers 267. 9.6.
So this book was really hot. Kang spec was all over the place. Disney Plus was popping. People were happy. The birds were singing. The butterflies flapping.
And we thought it was going to be a 9.8, but it got 9.6.
Super happy to get this. And so fail number 1 did not get the 9.8. Fail number 2. I didn't know this guy was going to go to jail and get in trouble and get canceled. You never know. Anyway, keep going, Rachel.
So the average sale in May of 2022 was $100 for this book in 9.6, which again, we thought it was 9.8, so that wasn't really what we wanted. The highest sale in 2022 was $160. If we were to sell it today, there's been one sale all year.
Well, now when she says one sale, she's talking about things that got registered. There's been tons of sales. I've sold
GPA,
more.
yeah.
I've sold more than one this year raw.
I'm talking slabbed. Slabbed 9.6s.
Just telling the people.
GPA.
Just telling the people.
$24.
Yeah. That's
Yikes.
I think that's a bit low. I mean, come on, But anyway.
But it's a 9.6. There's probably, I'll throw census data information. I'm sure there's a ton of 9.8s of this book. So people want a 9.8.
The butterflies have stopped flying. The birds have stopped singing. We are now in the apocalypse. Next book.
Amazing Spider-Man 607.
How we do?
9.6. White pages too.
So this one is a bright spot. And before Rachel gets into stats on it, I just want to tell you that the paper on this book is incredibly difficult to work with.
That modern waxy paper.
Yeah, it wasn't waxy. It was just thicker in the wrong way. So if you look at it, it gets a color-breaking spine tick. So 9/8s are really difficult to get. And I thought it was a candidate when I started on it, but there's things I could not help. And it's going to be a tough book. If you ever see a raw book, take a good examination of it, because that cover's just very tough to get 9/8. So this got the 9.6 instead of the 9.8, she'll tell you.
Well, and it's a J. Scott Campbell cover. I didn't mention it in our original video.
Yeah, a very popular J. Scott
Yes,
Campbell.
very popular J. Scott Campbell cover. The average sale in 2022 was $268 for a 9.6, which I think is pretty good for a modern book.
Yeah.
The highest sale that year was $398.
Popular cover.
Yeah, the lowest was $198. So if we were to sell it today, surprisingly, the average sale is around $310.
Not that surprised. There's a few covers, variant covers, or just Mary Jane covers. There's some Supergirl covers. There's some things that are really about the artist and the image. I get it. Would I pay that? I would not.
And that was from the most recent sale. The sale before that was $252, but it's still pretty close to how much it was worth in 2022. Next book, Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16. It's a 9.8 now.
So I just got to tell you, once again, Disney Plus, everyone was singing a song about it. It's the greatest channel ever. It's not. I mean, there's been so many misses since then, but her coming to the MCU, just people specked left and right. And so, yeah, this book, not so much.
The average sale of this in 9/8 back in 2022 was around $1,050. And that was like right on the money. It sold for that much like 3 or 4 times in 2022 in May.
It was in high demand, and the market could not meet the demand.
Yeah, the highest sale price that year was $1,600. So like it sold for a lot of money in 2022.
If you bought the $1,600 copy, just shout out, say hi, because don't worry,
you don't have to tell us.
We're on the same bus. I mean, I'm on that bus, you're on that bus. We overpaid for stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The most recent sale of this book in 2025 was $149.
Nice.
So
yeah, that was not the same.
No.
One of these things is not like the other.
The highest it sold for this year is $270 or $225, which isn't even close to what the lowest it was selling for in 2022.
This book is dead. It's a dead fig getting ready to hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? However, Monica Rambeau, cool. Comic books are cool. Just if you were investing in this, not cool. Next book.
Ghost Rider number 28.
Yeah, so this book was still in the plastic and had a seam down the back and all of that.
And it did.
Good deal.
Nice.
There was whispers of this book. Ghost Rider, we know, is going to come back at some point, and people were specking on it because
you were specking on it 3 years ago.
The Midnight Suns, and there's already been casting stuff about that since then. So very cheap book, got slabbed, thought I could do something with it. What did we do?
Well, in May of 2022, it sold pretty averagely at $150.
Yeah.
Like it consistently sold for that much in
that made it worth it in my mind to get a slab.
Because like you could sell it for that much easily. Yeah. Today, if you were to sell it, you could get about $65.
Yeah.
Which isn't horrible, but it's not great.
Newsflash, there's 10 billion of these in the market. I've had stacks of them.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about buying one, look around, man. Be patient for this one, okay?
You can find it.
You can find it really affordable. Just look at the copy, make sure it's super high grade, and buy it raw.
Next book. Fantastic Four, $285.
Okay. And
this is one we were expecting to get a 9/8, and we did not.
And I've been like putting together the John Byrne run of Fantastic Four for a long time, guys. And I thought that everyone would hop on that bus with me. The bus I talked about back there is going straight to hell. If it did not jump on the bus with me, I think that the readers of this book really love the storyline, like John Byrne's writing.
And we've sold a lot of John Byrne, but not
tons,
slabs.
because I've had tons. You sell a lot of things you have, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I sent this in and it didn't get the grade I wanted, which is bad. Bad.
Yeah, average sale in 2022 for a 9/6 of this is about $35. Which we would not have slabbed it if we thought that it was a 9/6 when we sent it, even 6 months prior.
I think if you want this book, look for it raw. Because $35, I don't even know if people are going to spend that on this book.
No, I mean 9/8's the book. That's the one that you want for this.
There's this weird place that when the cost of slabbing, right? Let's call it $30, is not worth it if you can go out and get the book for 10 or 15 in the same grade. Because the shipping costs are more, the expenses are more. This is the kind of book I would definitely recommend people get raw. Anyway.
Well, the average sale, if you were to sell it this year in 9/6, would be about $20.
That starts to be a good deal until you get to shipping, tax.
Well, not for someone who sells books. It's not a good deal.
I will not sell a slab copy of that.
That's not a good deal for a seller.
She's right.
Great deal for a buyer.
Great deal for a buyer.
Well, unless you're investing in it, then it's probably not a good idea. Anyway. Next book. Fantastic Four, $230. 9/4.
Yeah, that's probably not what I wanted.
Here's another one that we thought was a 9/8.
Fail. A massive fail. 9/4 of this book, please.
Average sale of this book's $30 in 2022. Highest was $59.
All right, so let's talk about it now.
If you were to sell this today, there's only been one sale this year. $23.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
we don't have these anymore, so.
Don't slab everything. Only slab keys or books that need preservation. There's too many of these.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just thought if you slabbed it, it will sell. You know, and
things were different back then. Like when we sent these out, things were a little different.
Yeah, I learned. I'm so wise compared to then. I'm not going to call myself stupid, but you know. As Forrest Gump once said,
the comic market changes so fast.
You have to make decisions. I think whoever you are, how you buy, how you sell, on what direction you're going. There's not one way to do this. There's a lot of ways to do this, and I just decided to try a plan B. Plan A, not so good. Anyway.
All right, the next book, Batman 426.
Do that. So what did that come out to be?
9.6.
One thing about this book, it's okay in 9.8. This Magnolia cover is really cool. This is the Death of Robin series. It's been popular for a long time. Much better raw, or it has to be 9.8. And even in 9.8, it needs to be affordable, or else people will just avoid it and they'll buy something else anyway.
Yeah, so in 9.6, the average sale for this book in 2022 was about $123.
Yeah.
There was only one sale in May, but the highest that it sold for in 2022 was $240.
For a 9.6.
For a 9.6 white pages.
Yeah, see, a 9.8, I would have never slabbed it if I was told before I slabbed it, this will not get higher than a 9.6.
But the lowest sale in 2022 was 63. So, like, it had range that year. That isn't great.
Robin, man, is a tricky character. That Titan show was really good, but it never really drove sales or brought Robin to the forefront of the world.
Yeah, it just recently sold in 2025 for $60.
I saw a video last night of Batman and Robin fighting SpiderMan in like a live setting. Mm-hmm. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. It's like some weird video. It was someone like, I don't know where I ever saw this for the first time, but Spider-Man's kicking both of their butts. I just thought I'd bring that up.
Okay.
They were dressed in Spider-Man costume, Batman, Robin, and it was just funny to watch. They're having this big three-person fight. That needed to be said.
Okay. Let's look at the next book now.
Iron Man 97.
Okay. This was originally a 9.6.
And we got 9.6.
Okay, so I didn't improve that from Raw. Yeah, this was a tweener. I really thought it would get a 9.8 because it's from the Monterey collection. I'd had these for decades. And, you know, I think I'm better at that now. Rachel and I are much stricter. What we've also... A lot of books have come through our hands since then. So,
well, CGC's changed a lot. Like, there's a lot of factors.
It's still a nice book. Anything from this era is super nice in 9.6. What a collectible grade. 9.6s are incredibly hard to find because there's a big difference between a 9.4 and 9.6. There's no wear. There's no notable color breaks. I mean, the things that happen on a 9.6 that don't happen on a 9.4 anyway.
In 2022, the average sale for this book was about $89. There was only 3 sales.
Yeah, not a lot of sales, not a lot of books in that high of grade. Yeah.
And if you were to sell it today, there's only been 2 sales, but it sold for $90. So it held its value.
That's about right priced, if you ask me.
Yeah, it held its value for a 9.6. Next book.
Iron Man 81.
How do we do?
And we did.
Yeah.
9.8. So this got a 9.8. Hooray! That's what we wanted. There was only one sale in 2020 and then one in 2024 for a 9.8. So this book does not trade often.
However,
when it did sell, it sold for $624 in 2020.
But I also sold this, and this is a book I made, a really nice sale, $770 on a Comic Link auction.
Which isn't tracked.
Yeah, it's not included in the data. So some of these books, there's a lot of people that would like to have this grade.
Well, if you were to sell that book today, it sold in 2024 for $773. So it's definitely still holding its value.
Yeah, it's super hard to find. Cool book.
Next book.
Invincible number 12.
Yeah, I picked this up a while back. Okay, how we do?
9.8.
So this particular book, I got on the CGC board, raw, pressed it, improved it. It was wrinkled, like somebody just sat on it or something. Really improved it. So let's talk about it.
There was only one sale in May of 2022. It was $265 for this book in 9.8. Yeah. But the highest sale that year was $399. So it was a pricey book in 2022. Uh-huh. And if we were to sell it today, the most recent sale is the highest it sold for this year at $550. Wow.
Significant.
The lowest sale is $300. So
yeah,
it's holding its value.
Invincible, these are the kind of books I love to get because they're not as common. You don't see a lot of people selling them, and that's kind of my focus. I sold Bronze and Copper, but if you're looking for weird books, man, check out our Monday sale. I guarantee you every Monday you're going to see a book no one else is selling. All kinds of stuff. And Invincible is not rare or scarce. It's just things like that, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that are early and things like that. You don't see them all the time. I love to get real late issues of things like Transformers. Super hard to find. We just sold the last 8 issues in the last 6 months. These things are like hen teeth when it comes to high grade. They're just not out there. And they're super expensive. So I like books like that. And this is one of those, I think.
People ask us about Invincible all the time. Like,
Yeah.
those are coveted. People want them.
I would look at this like I would look at the mid 200s on Spawn. They're just the low print run, new series. But anyway, cool book.
Yeah.
We sold it back then, so yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it anymore. Here's the next one.
Infinity Gauntlet number 1.
Our prediction was it was a 9.4 initially. What did
You
it
were
get?
correct. 9.6.
Yeah, I would never slab an Infinity Gauntlet number 196 today. I thought it was a 9.8.
Maybe not even a 9.8. Like, just sell it raw.
I would sell it raw. I've sold them raw in 9.6, 9.8.
Many times,
near
yeah.
mint or near mint plus. This is the wisdom and education I have received at my own cost. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, the average sale in 2022 for 9.6 was about $150. There's tons of sales at $150 in 2022.
That's why it was such a smart move to do that then.
We were like, that's pretty good. And if we were to sell it today, the last sale was $68.
It's fair. I mean, it's a cool book. Thanos storyline that I think is not hot right now, but it will always be cool. So it's a cool book. I think that's right priced now. I think that if you're going to buy a slab, try to get it raw. I would attempt to get that raw and high grade.
Here's the next one.
Iron Man 102.
What did it get?
9.8.
This from that same series that I had carried around for decades. I got from the Monterey collection, and it got what I thought it would get.
9.8.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 sales in 2022. Average sale being about $500.
Hard to find.
Does not trade. Really low census.
Yeah, real low census. Most people don't own a copy that perfect. Yeah.
There was only 2 sales in May. Sorry, I misspoke. But in July of 2025, there's been 2 sales already, which is kind of crazy. $480.
Held its own.
It holds its value. The highest
Yeah.
it sold for this year is $600.
Well, these are cool. I mean, if
Yeah,
somebody,
those are the things people want.
I'll just tell you, I think that if you're a collector, 9.6 is fine, unless you're just really intent on having 9.8s. There's a big price difference. Sometimes it can just be, God, I've seen them 20x, 20 times higher than the 9.6. I've seen them 3x, 2x, 4x. So the market gets real crazy at the 9.8 stage. I would personally be happy with a 9.6 of this book because you're probably not going to see anything with the naked eye wrong with it. It comes down to then, like on books like this, how is it centered? What's the page quality? How does it present? Because sometimes 9.8s are not the best looking copy. They're just the highest grade.
Here is another one.
Iron Man number 117.
Okay.
All right.
And what did I get?
4.
Okay, so that was a little less.
This was another one we were hoping for a 9.8. It did not get a 9.8. So in 9.4, it almost never trades at 9.4. This might be the only 9.4 in the census. I don't know.
So there's a 9.4 out there if you're looking for a slab 9.4.
We did it. You're
I have a hunch it's going to be affordable.
It only sold once in 2022 for $90.
Okay, and how much now?
Today, if we were to sell it, there's been 2 sales. Average sale is about $35.
Wah, wah, wah.
That would have been much better to sell it in 2022.
I think that's pretty good. I personally think that's a pretty good deal for that amount of money. If you could pick that up and not have to pay shipping and all that, I think it's a good deal. If you have to pay shipping and tax, I would stay away from that. Yeah.
Yeah, $35 is a good deal.
Word.
Here's another book.
Iron Man 105.
How'd that clean up?
9.8.
This is another one from the Monterey collection that just looked incredible. And once again, hard to find book.
So there have only been 2 sales in May of 2022 for this book. Average sale being $120. The highest it sold for in 2022 was $149.
Yeah, I think it's kind of because it's just a filler issue, it flies under the radar. Do I think it's a fair price? No one asked me that except myself. Yeah, I think that's a fair price.
Well, there's only been 1 sale in 2025, and it was of $134.
Fair.
So it held its value in 9.8.
Because it's on the more rarer side in terms of like there's not 29/8 of this. I didn't look, but I know as a fact
I doubt there
there's
is.
not.
Yeah, I looked at some of the census stuff. It's pretty low.
Yep.
Here is our final book.
Final book.
Amazing Spider-Man 238.
All right, this is a great book. We all know what this book is.
9.8. I'm shook.
Oh.
I can't believe
All right, so I got the upgrade. Let's check
White
it.
pages too.
Let's check it out.
Oh, that cover.
So this one, I had bought a 9.6 slab at an auction and got a decent price on it. When I got the book, it wasn't my intention when I bought it because I couldn't see the picture well enough in the auction. Still hadn't learned to use glasses for everything. And I thought I could improve it. So I cracked it, pressed it like 8 times, and sent it to CGC. At the time, remember, it took 6 months to get this box back, like 5 or 6 months. It was much higher. It had started to go down already. And then what happened to this one?
So the average sale in 2022 for this book was $3,800.
Yeah, and I paid maybe $1,500 for it.
The highest sale that it had that year was $6,050.
And that's what I was looking at when I slabbed it. So when we opened the box, I got really excited. Show that part.
Yeah, because it is a newsstand. So that was like...
Yeah, hence this little thing right here.
Go ahead.
It's a newsstand. I didn't see it and I forgot. It's been a while. Oh.
The lowest it sold for in 2022 was still $2,600. Like it was selling for a lot of money.
That's around what I got, by the way. I still made money on it, but not, it was not, I can retire.
But you made money from the slab.
Yeah, I got a triple instead of a home run.
So if you were to buy
Double.
this, if you were to buy or sell this today, the most recent sale, which was in June of 2025, was $1,428.
Yeah, I think that's the right price. Now, this is one of those books that the newsstand can get a lot more than the direct. Look it up. So,
well, the highest it sold for this year was $1,900. So
Yeah.
it still has some value, but not even close to the lowest it was in 2022.
popular book. It was popular then. It's popular now. It's been cover swiped 1,000 times. People love this cover. It also has the tattoo insert, and it's the first time I ever worked with a book like that. I was nervous about it. I'm not nervous. I'll work with Mark Jewelers, tattoo, anything. It's like it doesn't even. I don't even skip a beat. I know how to work on those books now. Anyway, that was like the biggest yes in the whole box. But tell us, Rachel, how did we do overall? If we'd have had that same box today, and I paid the retail, the average retail on them then, and then today I'm going to sell them, how would I do?
Well, let's talk about in 2022, because we said that this box was worth $10,000 in our video.
Yeah.
And we were pretty close. It was worth $9,418.
I was rounding up.
On the average. Yeah, the average price of every book.
Yeah.
If we were to sell these today, based off the average price in 2025, we're looking at $5,082.
It's fine. I sold them all, but it's just a good illustration of how volatile the comic market can be. Be careful. Choose wisely. Listen to people on YouTube and get recommendations if you like to spend a lot of money on comics. You don't want to lose money. You don't want to have no liquidity at all, and you go to sell something and you lose 75% of what you spent on it. Or you might not care. I mean, you might hate your money and decide that I don't care. I just want this as an enjoyment. And there's an entertainment value to owning these things. There's also a lot of sense of accomplishment. But I hope that you did enjoy the video, and I hope that one of you are really happy, or two of you are happy with the book that we're going to give away. I'm going to show it again. 2 of you are going to get a copy of this 1 in 10 Epitaphs from the Abyss. Really cool cover. And by the way, remember, once again, we'll never ask you for anything. We're never going to ask you for money. We're never going to ask you to send us anything other than your address to get it to you. No cost at all. But you have to comment. Please like and subscribe as well.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe to enter the giveaway. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on eBay.
Follow us on eBay, guys. We're putting stuff up there all the time, and you might be able to find some of those hard-to-find bronze and copper books in high grade. Hope you enjoyed the video.